Hello guys, this is Angel and I'm back at it. We're about to make some centerpieces with things I've purchased from the thrift store and Dollar Tree. Let's get with it. This is a continuation video from the first video I uploaded, and it's from the thrift store haul and Dollar Tree, and I will show you how to make a centerpiece with all of those items that I showed you in the last video. When you're cutting the flowers, make sure you push the leaves up and leave a little bit length on the stems, and you can cut them as you go. I took the leaves off of these because I'm going to use them later to fill in the bottom of the vase. I'm done cutting all the flowers, and these are the flowers we will be using today. Back at it. This is the continuation video of the thrift store haul. We will be making some centerpieces today with all of the flowers I showed you all and all of the flowers I got from also the Dollar Tree. So this is a thrift store Dollar Tree centerpiece that is going to wow all of your guests and make it very special. Make sure you put the tape on there very neatly, guys. I also forgot to mention with the dryer sheets, make sure you roll the foam on those first and then roll the foam and the dryer sheets onto the wrapping paper.
Also, the ends of the paper don't have to be that neat because you're going to tuck those anyway. And the flowers are going to be on the top, so that's going to be covered up. So you're good. Right here, I'm showing you how long the stem is in case you want the middle flower to be a little bit taller than the rest of the flowers. Just make sure it's taller than the vase. Right here, I had to go back and cut the paper off because I'm a perfectionist, so that's what that is. I'm almost about finished with this vase, so I thought it might need a little bit extra. So I added the tulip pink ribbon with the gold ends, and it just made it beautiful.
This is the continuation video from the thrift store haul that I showed you earlier, and we will be making centerpieces together. All the items that I bought from the thrift store and Dollar Tree will be used to make this centerpiece, and I hope you love it. It's a cheap, cost-effective way to bling up any party that you want to have at your house or at a venue. These flowers and the way I'm going to show you to do it is going to be so simple and easy. You can even get your kids to help you make these. Let's get to it. Hey guys, I was able to make 12 centerpiece foam stuffing in each one of these vases. I only got 6 of these, But this whole thing right here was able to make 6, and I've already filled 6 of them with this. So what you think? $1.25 worth 12 vases with this size, and it's perfect size. All you have to do is cut it. You don't have to make a circular shape or any of that. You just cut it to the size of the vase and you're done. So I've done all of these. So if you was to have the kids help you, if they're old enough to have an X-Acto knife, you can have them cut the foam things. You can make one sample for them and say, measure this, and cut the rest the same size. And you can also take one of these cups out of here and just give it to them and just have them sit it in here and place the X-Acto knife like right on the top edge of the glass and just slide back and forth just like this. They don't have to even measure it, because sometimes I know they don't be paying attention. So they just slide it right across just like that. That easy, and get the measurement. Kids can do that. So you can have one of them do that, cut the foam, and then you can have another one take all of the foam pieces after they are all cut and have them roll them in the paper. Okay guys, after you've cut out all of these, you can get an assistant to do these. You just measure them the same size and cut them. But if you need them to be like on point, you just take the glass like you had, put them in here, and just use the X-Acto knife. Where did I put that knife? Take this, when you put the noodle in there, just slide it right back and forth right there across the noodle, and that will be your shape. Be safe. Also, okay, the next person that could be helping you will take all of these noodles that we already pre-cut, and you take the paper that's already pre-cut. If you have someone helping you, then they can start cutting the rest of these, however many you need to cover up these rolls, and they can just start wrapping those up. And then that's it with the rolls and the wrapping paper, and we're almost done.
I had scraps of wrapping paper left, so I just balled it up and put it in the center of the noodle to give it a more stable base for the long flowers when I stuck them in the middle.
Hold it real tight. Make sure the lines are covered up. Get your tape and put that on there. And the reason why I use tape and you're not seeing me use glue, because if I need to use this stuff for another project, I can easily take it apart and I don't have to mess it up and reuse it, especially these noodles. I think I'm gonna be reusing these a lot, so I'm not using glue. And then with the end of this, all you do is just tuck it in here. See the dryer sheet? It smells so good. I wish you could smell it. Then you just tuck this in like this. In there, just like that. No glue again. And just take the vase, just put it in there, just like that. Just like that. And then you start to put your flowers in there. Just fill it up with flowers. There's no particular way you need to put the flowers. You can just stick them in there as long as like the noodle is not showing and the stems are not showing. So you can just add however many flowers that can fit on here, in here, and just fill it up. This one's gonna have a lot of white in it, so I'm gonna use a lot of white. And when I'm putting the flowers in here, I kind of leave a space in between them in case I want to put a different type flower. Right now I'm picking all the same type of flowers and just spacing it out. Maybe like a finger space, and just putting it in between there. Then I'm gonna go back with another type flower, like this is like a rose type flower. Then I'm gonna put it right in between there. Right in between. Right in between the other ones. one's kind of hot, so let me go and finish with the white ones first. Then what I do is, all of these little flowers like this one, I kind of bend them down a little bit. I start bending them to shape it, to make it the centerpiece a little bit wider. Kind of bring those down. And then when I bring those down, I can see if I need a little bit more of those type, which I do over here. And I'll put one right here. See how big it's getting? Okay, and then like right up in here, I'm gonna start adding a couple of pink. Space. Pink in here. See, it's all white right here, so I'll add some white. Pink. So it's white right here, so I'll add some pink up in here. On that space. Make sure you hold the base when you're poking these in there, so it'll kind of be stable. And like these little green leaves right here, I'll kind of pick them out a little bit, so it looks more real. Oh, I wish you can smell the lavender sheet I put in here. It smells like real flowers. And another trick you can also use is perfume, but sometimes the perfume might be a little bit stronger than you would like, so I like to use dryer sheets instead. But if that's the person's favorite perfume, go ahead and use the perfume. It's their party, and that would be nice too. I've already used up all of the tulle ribbon with the like gold ends that I showed you earlier, so now I'm gonna pick another ribbon, and not this lace one. I don't want to use this one. I think this one would be good. The other one is a little bit too thin for what I'm looking for. Let me see. Yeah, so I guess I'll go with this one, and I'm gonna line the glass with it around the edges and see how that looks. Let me see. Take this out. So I'll probably put the ribbon around like this part right here, like this. I have two vases that's identical, two tall ones that's identical, and then two short ones that's identical. Like every other, like at least 3 different types of centerpieces. Also too, when I put this ribbon on here, I'm gonna use tape also, but the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna roll the tape, roll it just like that until you form like a little rectangle like that, and then I'm gonna put it like right on the end of the ribbon so you can't see it, like this. Also, when you put the ribbon on there, you're just gonna get a piece of tape and roll it to like this size right here and put it like right there on the back of the ribbon, like that. And then put it around the vase. Put it like right in the middle. And the tape is gonna go on the other side of the ribbon. This, you just pull it just like that. just like that. And this is a little thread hanging, so I'll just take my little scissors, just cut that like that. You can't even see it. And then just put it back on here. If you don't want the line to show, just kind of direct the cup like right over the line right there. Just like that. The skinnier you can get this tape when you roll it, the better, so it won't show on any of the edges of the ribbon. So I'm trying to roll it as small as I can. Make sure you have the right side up so you'll know where to put the tape. Then just place it right there. Right there. And then when you fold it around the glass, this part right here where the tape is, you're just gonna overlap it on the others.
I'm just about finished with all the centerpieces. So now we're starting on the backdrop. This is double-sided tape, and I'll demonstrate how I will be using that. Since the sequence fabric that I have doesn't have a curtain rod hole in there, I will use the double-sided tape to put that on the pole and just stick the curtain on the adhesive on the double-sided tape, and it works really well. The fabric that I'm using for the backdrop was actually a tablecloth, and it ended up being too long for the length that I wanted, so I ended up folding it in half. When you're putting the fabric on there, make sure you kind of rub it really good so it'll stick